In 24 minutes, Minnesota could be facing elimination or welcoming the Lakers back to Minneapolis for Game 7.
And this has been an angry crowd here at Staples in Los Angeles. Lakers have a 2-point lead as we head to the second half, and that anger directed toward the foul calls that have been made against the Lakers. As we welcome you back, Marv Albert, Doug Collins, the czar, Mike Fratello. Let's take a look at our Gatorade X Factor of the game.
Well, without question, the X factor tonight is the personal fouls called on both teams, because early on we saw Kevin Garnett go to the bench with 2 quick ones. He had to sit the remainder of the first quarter, but most notably the Lakers. Shaquille O'Neal with 4, Kobe Bryant with 3.
Now 29 points for Minnesota in the second quarter. 16 of the points have come on free throws, 13 on field goals. Doug, how is your checklist shaping up?
Well, the Lakers got off to a great start. They got out and pressured the ball. They forced 7 turnovers in the first period for 13 points. Since then, it's been all Minnesota. The points off turnovers still the Lakers. Offensive rebounds go to the Lakers, to Minnesota. Actually, they've outscored them 11-1 on second chance points, plus 7 total rebounds, and the free throw line. The key was at the 9+ minute mark of that second period, they started shooting free throws. Latrell Sprewell, 11 for 11 from the line.
On a look at tonight's Dodge game summary. Shooting percentages. Lakers at 49 on 18 of 37. Minnesota, as we mentioned, not doing it from the field, just 12 for 34, 35%, but doing it at the free throw line, and you see points in the paint for the Lakers. Let's check in with Craig Sager. Craig?
Well, Marv, during the halftime talk, no talk about the officiating by Phil Jackson, the coaching staff, to his players. He says, forget about what's going on, about the fact they made so many free throws. You guys have to rise above it. The big statistic, second chance points, Timberwolves 11, Lakers 1. As for Shaq being out there with the 3 fouls, the comment was, those are the chances that Phil Jackson sometimes takes. And Phil said to Shaq, you have to move your feet. Cheryl?
Craig Cotondo says that he feels very fortunate that his team is only down by 2 points, considering that KG was in foul trouble in the first quarter. He said the second half we really have to concentrate on making his shots. I asked him about his running dialogue with Jack Nicholson. He said, look, I told Jack he needs to relax. I'm not going to give him any CPR.
And it appears it was Flip who was trying to relax Jack Nicholson. So the third quarter is underway. Here's Derek Martin, and Martin is able to knock it down to tie the game at 48.
See if we see the same type of aggressive Laker team that came out to start the game, or 2 very tentative superstars for the Lakers, watching very cautiously that they don't commit another foul.
Here is Malone. And Minnesota with a chance to take the lead for the first time since early on. Garnett over Malone. Phil Jackson has Gary Payton. Kobe Bryant at the guard. Shaquille O'Neal, Karl Malone, and Devin George up front. Bryant got off to the good start and then had to take a seat after getting in foul trouble. Malone, Garnett on the rebound.
Malone trying to get the foul too much, didn't concentrate on making the shot.
And Hassel able to swing his way in on Bryant, who did not want to risk contact.
It's a smart play. From Kobe's standpoint, you cannot get a foul on that play. And from Shaq's standpoint, you have to be very careful now when you wheel in there of picking up an offensive foul.
Minnesota with a 2-point lead, trying to take this series back to the Twin Cities for a game number 7. Nice look from Malone. Shaquille O'Neal has tied it at 50. And the big positive for the Lakers, 19 field goals, and on all 19 they have assisted. 2 minutes gone by in the third. Sprewell with the fake on George. Yes.
I really like what Minnesota's doing tonight. They've taken 2 3-point field goal attempts. So instead of shooting the threes, pump faking, getting into the mid-range area, that's more their game.
Good job by Hassel. He cut off Bryant, and then it was called for the block as Kobe went baseline.
Closing out on shooters is one thing. Flying past shooters is another thing. As you approach a potential jump shooter, the idea is you got to break yourself down your momentum, get on that shooting hand, and when he goes up, challenge it without fouling. The Lakers have been running by him. Ball fakes lead to open shots from Minnesota right now.
Here is Bryant. Rebounded by Sprewell. Had it knocked away. Good play by Devin George. Bryant with the step. And rejected by Garnett.
Again, after 7 turnovers in the first quarter, that's only the second by Minnesota since that point in time. The other one was when Oliver Miller moved on a screen, so turnovers are starting to take care of the basketball.
O'Neal getting position on Oliver Candy. Here's George with a wide open shot.
And again, no rotation. Sprewell left him, went down a double team. Nobody came over to George. They're going to force him to make shots.
Devin George just 1 for 5 from the field. Game 5, he hit his first 2, then missed his last 7. Has not shot well in this series. Sprewell. The tip by Hassel. And this represents the biggest lead of the game for Minnesota.
This is a deflated Laker team right now. There's no energy. Minnesota's the ones that are playing like it's their home court right now instead of the Lakers.
Candy forcing O'Neal further out, but Shaq able to go glass. T-Wolves 54, Lakers 52.
Remember now, Minnesota tied for the best road record in the NBA with Indiana, 27-14. This is a team very capable of winning on the road. They've won some big games, especially coming down the stretch to give them the best record in the Western Conference.
And they won on the road in the Denver series and in the series against Sacramento. Minnesota without Sam Cassell once again with a sore back and the sore hip. Here is Sprewell for 3. Comes to Garnett. Kevin Garnett in the right spot. Minnesota leads 56-52.
Give credit to Hassel that time because he made the hustle play. He's the guy that ran behind Karl Malone and knocked the ball free, and then they resulted with a second shot opportunity.
Now what's up with the Lakers' defensive rebound?
Bryant off the spin. Malone able to chase it down. Nice pass. Malone to O'Neal.
You're giving him 2 easy baskets, a dunk, a little screen roll action, that time a layup. Those just feed into Shaq having a monster game.
Malone able to knock it aside. So the Timberwolves will have 14 on the shot clock. We saw a moment ago Sam Cassell cheerleading on the Timberwolves bench. We asked Flip Saunders if there is a game 7, would Sam be able to play? He said only if he's 90% back defensively. Here's Sprewell. Shot clock out of 4. And the call on Garnett. That is number 3.
Now, of his 3 fouls, 2 of them are offensive fouls or of the loose ball variety here. Kevin should have just let this ball go out of bounds. The shot clock is winding down. It was at 3. The little shove, the little move there by Karl Malone said, you know what, you've been blowing the whistle all night. Give us this call. Now, that's 3 on Garnett.
Lakers in possession, now trailing by 2. They've led by as many as 13 points. Payton with room. And the follow by George.
Somebody's got to make something happen here for Los Angeles. They've got to generate their own energy, get the crowd back in the game for them. They have to come with that same sense of purpose that they did initially. That's tough to do when you've got guys playing scared because of fouls.
Martin for 3, way off, and carries out of bounds.
You know, when I talked to, and all of us talked to Flip today, one of the things he said to me, he said, you know, we feel like our Game 1 loss was a scheduling loss, that we had to jump right into a series. He said, we felt like if we had had a little time to prepare, we would have won both of those home games. So now they've got to make up for that Game 1 loss by getting this win tonight to get it back home, to get the home court.
Certainly he's telling that to his players.
Correct.
They're going to feel better about it because they had come off that dramatic 7th game win over the Sacramento Kings, had 1 day of rest, and then had to play. Bryant off the The double pump. Here comes Garnett. Hassel. They surround Garnett. Martin keeps it alive. Here's Martin. There's Martin. Has now been able to do it at the offensive end. And the T-Wolves lead by 2.
Doug, isn't that why you made that checklist? It showed hustle points, effort points, things like that wind up winning big games for you.
You bet. Anytime you can get an extra opportunity in a score like that, especially if it's Derek Martin.
Bryant. Oh, what a move. He had a hang and then pump and then was able to bank it home.
I think you see Minnesota trying to keep the pace of the game up. They do not want to get into a half-court game where the Lakers can lock into them. Keep it in an open floor game.
Foul on Payton. That is his second.
Kobe Bryant, one of the rare athletes that has the ability to create and make most difficult shots. Most guys would have been down on the floor by that time. He's able to go up, almost come down, still have enough strength to get it up on the glass.
These low fares to your favorite vacation destinations start at just $49.
You are now free to move about the country.
Do the impression of the foreman.
Dad, Terry, do it. Come on, man.
Morning, ladies. Thanks for showing up. If you don't work, get out of my sight. Pick these things up. Get them out of here. You, put them down. What did I say? Up, down, for Pete's sake. You're driving me up a wall we ain't even built yet.
Introducing the powerful Ram Cummins 600.
It's right behind me.
It's amazing how 600 foot-pounds of class-dominating torque can really sneak up on you. Grab 0% APR financing or a $2,500 cash allowance, plus our 770 powertrain limited warranty on Ram Heavy Duty.
What's cold? Cool as life, fast breaks and steals. What's cold? 3-on-1, that's when the game get real. What's cold? Slapping backboards, dunking and breaking glass. No-look passes, throwing elbows and talking trash. If you weak, then have a seat. You need to get off the court. Life's cold, but ain't no place for you in this here sport. Ice cold, frost bitten and shivering. It's cold like that, and you could either watch it or live it.
Unleash the Rocky Mountain cold taste of Coors Light.
It's game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. T-Wolves trying to take it back to Minneapolis. Lakers hoping to wrap it here tonight. It's all being brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Over 2,800 non-stop daily flights to 60 destinations all across the country. And by IBM. Reminder, tomorrow night on ESPN, it's the Pacers and the Pistons. Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Pistons up in that series 3-2. Coverage starting 8 o'clock Eastern time. And then Thursday night, if need be, game 7 of that series at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Pacers taking game 4 at Detroit. Pistons came right back at Conseco Fieldhouse last night, led by Rip Hamilton. 5.5 to play in this third quarter. The game tied at 58. Garnett, yes. Good look by Kevin Garnett.
You know the number that jumps out at me at the stat sheet right now? The Lakers are being out-rebounded by 13 rebounds. Last time we were in here, game 4, they were up 21 on the boards after 3. Malone and Shaq had out-rebounded the whole Minnesota team after the third quarter.
Bryant, the shot clock down to 4. And the open opportunity. Payton comes up short. That hit the rim. Apparently it did graze it. Here's Payton from the other side. And O'Neal able to get to it. Payton rejected by Garnett.
Well, Payton really looking to get involved there. 3 shots on that possession. Then a bad play by Derek Martin forcing the action. But Payton 0 for 3 on that possession.
And this isn't an accident. Right now, George is 2 for 6. Payton's 2 for 9. And you're watching them, you're saying, you know what, they're wide open. There's a reason for that. Minnesota's not rotating to them. They want them to take the shots until they make enough to make an adjustment. O'Neal.
Kid O'Neal with the The driving hook to tie the game at 60.
And he's got 22 and he's missed 10 free throws. He could very easily be upwards of almost 30 points already. We still have almost a quarter and a half to go.
Sprewell coming off the screen. Latrell Sprewell with another strong game. He now has 19. He's done most of his damage at the foul line.
Well, he started the last 3 games of Sacramento. He was brilliant, and he's carried that through to this series.
Sprewell on the steal, chased by George. Latrell Sprewell taking the distance to give the T-Wolves a 4-point lead.
You cannot throw lazy passes back to the top of the circle because defenders like Sprewell that are aggressive will shoot the gap, and that's what happens.
Coming up on 3.5 remaining. In the third, they double up on O'Neal. Here's George. Offensive foul.
And what you talked about there, Mike, he did not want to shoot the basketball. Devin George, he ran away from the open shot and ran into trouble and a foul. Lack of confidence. Right now, they can really double Shaq, and they're going to force Peyton and Devin George. See him run away from the shot, and he pushes off on Kevin Garnett. If you're Phil Jackson, you got to be getting a little concerned here now. Foul trouble, Minnesota gaining confidence. This is an interesting situation with the Lakers.
Devin George picks up number 4. Derek Fisher has checked back in. Timberwolves up by 4. Fisher all over Martin. Sprewell eluding Bryant, and that was knocked away.
The block that time from behind the head. A dangerous move by Kobe Bryant, but a good block from behind.
Peyton now the back over Fisher. Bryant moves up front. Garnett is on Fisher. Bryant with the spin. Shot clock to 5. Fisher to 3. Alone with the rebound. Good play by Oliver Candy. He changed that shot.
Malone does not have the lift that he once did, so he tries many times to just get the 2 free throws rather than convert the shot.
That's a backcourt violation. Martin tried to prevent the ball from crossing to the midcourt line.
Now, the one guy in this series who's really been shooting the ball well is Derek Fisher. Remember, he's got a sore knee. We don't know what he's going to have tonight when they need him.
Watch the finals on ABC.
Hey, Frankie, you know that race for president of beers?
Yeah.
Miller had to drop out. They're disqualified.
Why?
Well, as it turns out, Miller was bought by South African breweries. And you would have to be American to run for president of beers.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Miller ran all those commercials for nothing, huh?
What a shame.
Yeah.
But the spokesperson, he found a new job.
Oh, yeah? What's he gonna do?
He's hosting a reality show called Shoes and Socks.
Oh, he should go far with that.
Velocity meets versatility. The all-new Hemi-powered Dodge Magnum. Open it up from either end.
My bat speaks for me. I'm looking for this pitch. And if I get it, I'm gonna do some damage. My bat is always talking.
MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV has up to 60 games a week. That's right, 60. You gotta see it to believe it.
Oscar De La Hoya is headed for the biggest challenge of his life, the World Middleweight Championship. His first test, Felix Sturm. The reigning middleweight king Bernard Hopkins has his own dangerous challenge, getting by roadblock Robert Allen. It's a must-win night. If they both make the grade, they'll meet for the ultimate showdown. De La Hoya Sturm, Hopkins Allen, collision course, Saturday, June 5th, live on DirecTV pay-per-view. Don't miss the De La Hoya Hopkins doubleheader, live on DirecTV pay-per-view channel 101.
Another strong performance by that man, Latrell Sprewell, leading the way for the T-Wolves with 21 points.
Well, he had 28 points in game number 5, and right now at this point, 11 for 11 from the free throw line, but defensively, he also is finding ways to score. The steal, then full court by himself, come off that little curl action to the elbow, he hits the 15-foot jump shot. Another terrific outing by Latrell Sprewell.
Let's check in with Cheryl Miller. Cheryl?
Thanks a lot, Marv. Well, Latrell Sprewell told me before the game that since game 2 that he's really tried to come out with the mentality that Sam Cassell won't be able to play. He said injuries are a part of the playoffs. He said we just simply have to fight through it. It was interesting at halftime. He said Sam Cassell with Derek Fisher making the big three right there. He said Sam Cassell said, look, we have to keep fighting. Eventually the Lakers will break down. Just continue to do what we do. He said the pressure is squarely on the Lakers, guys.
All right, Cheryl, with 2:15 remaining now in this third quarter, it's a 1-point Minnesota lead. Garnett had it knocked away, and last touched by the Lakers.
Remember back in the last game, Garnett made an adjustment to how he was being played. He caught it, he made one quick move and elevated and shot over the top rather than double fakes in each direction.
T-Wolves have 5 on the shot clock. Fred Hoiberg is checking back in. He'll replace Derek Martin.
Derek Martin did a nice job for them in that period. You know, after a sluggish start, he had some big shots when they needed them.
Garnett has to fire. Oh, scores! Kevin Garnett over Karl Malone. It's a 2-pointer. He had a foot on the line. With the shot clock running down, Garnett drills it to give Minnesota a 3-point lead. Here is Bryant. He was stripped. Recovered by Fisher. Rebounded by O'Neal, and he is fouled. It is on Oliver Candy.
Well, both officials checked with each other across the floor on the shot by Kevin Garnett to try and decide, was it a 2 or was it a 3? You can see right there his foot is clearly over the line, and that's where he takes off from. So a good call by the officials, a good job of checking with each other to make sure they got it right.
Now, as this game starts to wind down, we start talking about the hack-a-shack. We look at the free throw line. He's missed 10 tonight. He's 4 of 14. So if the Minnesota has fouls to give in that fourth quarter, we could see them start coming early to put the pressure on him. It's important he steps up and starts making these free throws.
And these are the first free throws for either team in this third quarter, coming off the foul fest in the first half, particularly in the second quarter.
Well, when you get in the penalty at the 9-minute mark, that puts so much pressure on your defense, and Minnesota really took advantage of that.
Minnesota now with 14 fouls. Los Angeles with just 1. T-Wolves up by 2. Minute and a half remaining on the third. Garnett with a crossover. Hassel with a rainbow. And slapped out of bounds by O'Neal.
They had a nice back pick that time on Kobe Bryant. Hassel wide open, just couldn't hit the jump shot. But the back picks away from the ball make it so difficult for the defense to cheat and help too much.
Minnesota has the new shot clock. Sprewell spinning. Here comes Payton. It's a 4-on-3. Fisher. Rebounded by Sprewell. And that is called a leg block kickball.
Madsen actually had outrun Shaq down the floor by a good 10 yards, but Sprewell, being pressured a little bit, didn't want to take a chance until he could pick up the dribble and clear the pass.
Do you get Shaq out here the last minute 4? He's got 4. Maybe rest him, get him a little bit of a break going in, then not let him pick up his 5th here going into the period.
O'Neal picked up number 4 late in the first half. Kevin Garnett, who has come on a slow start, early foul trouble, picked up the early 2. And has come on strong. 18 points, 13 rebounds for Garnett.
Well, if you're going to switch Shaq, what you said, Doug, this is the time now you can buy this last minute of the game clock and then also the time in between quarters. So you can get a nice little 3-4 minute blow, perhaps.
O'Neal eluding Madsen and a foul. Mark Madsen looking around. He thought he had him wrapped up. But play continued, so the basket counts. And O'Neal to the line.
You think that Shaq is going to have the ball taken away right there, and instead he just holds on to it. Madson's looking for it. It's not there.
You know, when that play happened, I thought Madsen had taken the ball away and was standing out of bounds, and Shaq was still holding it.
And apparently the basket is waved off. It will not count. And Shaq will shoot two. Madsen was waiting for the official call. And Shaquille is just having an awful time at the line. 5 of 17 at the foul line.
You know, his free throw shooting really has never cost them a big playoff game. They've always been able to play through a lot of misses. Tonight, they're going to be put to the challenge.
Half minute remaining in this third quarter. Sprewell off balance. O'Neal with the rebound. He's looking for the outlet. No one breaking. Kobe Bryant very quiet after the 10-point first quarter. Since then, just 1 of 7 from the field.
Mark, Sprewell got hurt on that last play. When he just took that jump shot, he was off balance. He took off awkwardly. He limped coming back down the floor.
They try to surround Bryant. Here's Payton. Payton with the follow with 0.6 of a second remaining in the quarter. After 3, Minnesota 68, Los Angeles 67. The T-Wolves hoping to take it back to Minneapolis for Game 7 on Wednesday night. Lakers want to wrap it right here and advance to the NBA Finals.
I knew they'd come for me. Took them 5 years, but I knew. Now I go back to a world I hate. Settle a new score.
Riddick. An unholy crusade has risen.
Final protocol. Execute on my order. It's time to end this world.
To destroy the worlds of man.
Necromongers. They will kill every last human life.
But the resistance will begin.
I know a man, and if we must rely on him, things are even worse than you say.
With another kind of evil.
When it happens, it'll happen fast.
Who the hell are you?
On June 11th.
Where does he come from? Who are his people?
The future. But Riddick has a fighting chance.
I heard you came looking for me.
Defiant to the end. How do I get eyes like that?
You gotta kill a few people.
The Chronicles of Riddick. Rated PG-13. Starts June 11th.
Sandlots, half pipes, half court, center court, center field, rec centers, rec leagues, major leagues, and labs. Super Bowl, far bowl, windstorm, windmills, sweat chambers, and labs. Turf, grass, mud, sand, schoolyard, backyard, the garden, the swamp, the vet, the vent, the pit, the park, the lake, the J, the bar, Bean Dome, Sky Dome, and labs. Venice, truckers, old school, new school, home, Gatorade. Tested in labs, proven everywhere.
Nokia, connecting people.
Welcome back to Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. Capacity crowd, better than 19,000 on hand, and we have certainly heard them throughout the night. In the first half, not happy with the officiating, and now looking to urge the Lakers on. They'd like to see the Lakers make it to a fourth NBA final over the last 5 years. Flip Saunders and his T-Wolves going through their best regular season in the 15-year history of the franchise. 58-24, top seed of the Western Conference. And then in the playoffs, they beat Denver in 5, beat Sacramento in 7. Before this postseason run, the Timberwolves have been knocked out in the first round for 7 straight years. They had never won a playoff series.
Well, I like Kareem Rush being in the game. He was actually their best perimeter player other than Kobe in the first half. He has not been hesitating to shoot the ball.
Well, Rush has hit 3 from downtown. The foul is called as Matson took a shot, and he's shaken up.
Automatically, Shaq turns in, and there's going to be contact because of his size. Madsen gets down very low on him. His base is low, and as Shaq turns in, there you see his head move to the side, and that's the size of Shaquille O'Neal. You're going to belly up to him? That's what's going to happen.
You have to be willing to take punishment. I mean, he's going to wheel in there. It's a big, powerful guy. And Shaquille O'Neal once again going to the line. And, you know, Marv, if you come down to Minnesota every time, their big men cannot let Shaq lay the ball in the basket. They have to use every foul that they have to give here. No layups or dunks.
Well, we're now looking at it 6 of 19 at the line. Game is tied at 68. Opening minute, fourth quarter. Marv Albert, Lazar, Mike Fratello, Doug Collins, Craig Sager, and Cheryl Miller. Serbiak. And he's hit on a reach-in.
You take a look at Mark Madsen's nose. He has got a red nose out there right now. Looks like it wants to trickle a little blood out of there, but he took a shot from Shaq. But we know he'll keep coming back.
Foul was called on Karl Malone. Garnett able to recapture. Shot clock down to 4. Good job by Malone. Rush hit from behind. Foul on Serbia.
I think that Garnett puts more pressure on Karl Malone when he's coming at him at the top than when he's down there in the post where Malone really can get his body. He makes him work and spin 2 or 3 directions to get that fading jump shot, and he has no passing lane.
Malone tried to go back door, but it was broken up. Good hands by Hassel.
Each time we've seen him attack Malone from the top, he gets Karl back on his heels. So he's got a way off balance in this area out here.
Right here, this is where I think he causes more problems.
Well, Garnett was feeling for Malone. The old pull the chair by Karl Malone has stepped away as Garnett was seeking the contact, and it's a traveling violation.
I think it was a combination of Karl Malone pulling away a little bit, Garnett getting a little bit tangled up as he tried to get his footing from under. He wants to pull back in reverse right there. Malone backs off, he loses his balance, and there he goes down.
13th turnover committed by Minnesota, and Garnett has turned it over 6 times.
4 in the first period. Remember, he's had an offensive foul, actually 2 of them, so.
Game tied at 68. O'Neal played by Matson. Here is Bryant. Good job by Hassel. Rush for 3. That's his 4th from downtown.
Doug, you had called it. You said he's the guy in the first half that made shots, and you could tell he has not been hesitating to pull the trigger on it.
Well, he puts all kinds of pressure now, because if you're going to double Kobe or Shaq, he and Fisher are both on the floor. They're their best 2 perimeter shooters.
Miller Lite has 1/2 the carbs of Bud Light, 1/3 less carbs than Coors Light.
Miller time.
I'm not done. And Miller Lite has fewer calories than both, while still tasting great.
Miller time's up.
Furthermore...
Stop speaking, please.
No, you stop speaking. How come you won't let America hear the whole story? Whose pocket are you in?
That's unacceptable.
No, you're unacceptable. This whole thing is a travesty and a sham and a mockery. It's a Travis-sham-mockery.
No making up words.
Burger-flickle.
Choose great taste that's less filling. Miller, good call.
You selling gift wrap today?
No, Mr. Long. I'm wrapping my dad's Father's Day gift.
Outside.
My dad's inside. Can you hold that, please? Cut here. Fold here. Put your finger there. Perfect.
Give Dad this DVD player from Radio Shack, just $39.99. Or this 2-megapixel Fujifilm digital camera, only $99.99.
Mr. Long, did they have Father's Day way back when you were a kid?
Radio Shack.
The NBA on TNT and Radio Shack want to send you and 3 friends on an all-star getaway. Stop by your neighborhood Radio Shack store for all the details. And don't miss the drama of the NBA playoffs on TNT.
Why do we work? Why do we get up every day and go to work? Because we make things, fix things, send our kids off to learn things. At the Principal Financial Group, we know you don't just work to retire, you work to live. That's why we give people the financial tools to help them keep more of the money they make and do more with the money they save. You work hard, we make work hard for you. The Principal Financial Group, we understand what you're working for.
With DirecTV pay-per-view, you get more than just the newest movies on television. With up to 60 titles a month in digital quality picture and sound, you never need to rewind or return them. And with the DirecTV DVR, you can watch, pause, and rewind your pay-per-view movie whenever it suits you. Tune to Channel 105 for a complete list of titles or sign on to our website. DirecTV pay-per-view. Entertainment has never been so convenient.
Welcome back. The Lakers regain the lead, 71-68. They start the offense by taking the ball, throwing it into the low post area to Shaquille O'Neal. Then after that, Kareem Rush is going to go over and set a screen and bring Kobe Bryant around. They start the offense by going into the hole through Shaquille O'Neal. As Rush sets the screen, right here at this point, his defender is Wally Szczerbiak. Rush was 3 for 3 in the first half. He spaces back out. You got another good shooter over in the opposite corner. The idea now is Szczerbiak must get back to his man. He hangs a little bit too long thinking about Kobe Bryant. He cannot close out on Rush. Fishes the next pass in the corner in case Rush doesn't like it, but a huge basket by Kareem Rush.
Kareem Rush 4 of 4 from beyond that three-point line. He has 12 points. That's his playoff career high. Fan of defense from the crowd as Hoiberg shoots. Rebounded by Matson. Sprewell passed on the 3. Sprewell, yes. It's a one-point game. Lakers 71, the T-Wolves 70.
Another loose ball hustle play by Minnesota to give them a second chance. They're shooting under 42% and still find a way to stay in this game.
O'Neal drawing the double. Here is Bryant. Malone from Bryant. And obviously Kobe's game has changed because of the foul trouble. He is very fearful of contact.
That time they start the ball on one side of the floor, the Lakers. They reverse it just to get the ball in the hole to Shaq.
Sprewell had a knock free. Malone with Fisher. Hoiberg back. Malone taps it to Fisher. He wanted to check and see who was in bounds.
Trying to throw an alley-oop to Karl Malone. I'm not sure that's what he wanted on the break.
That 2-on-1 did not work. And here is Bryant. Kobe very quiet in the second half. It's only a second field goal in the second half. Lakers with a 5-point advantage.
And this crowd got all excited when Kareem Rush hit that 3. They really got into the game.
Here's Garnett. And the foul on O'Neal. For Shaq, it is number 5.
Now, what does Phil Jackson do? Almost 9 minutes to go here. Shaq has 5. Looks like he's a little fatigued. It's a big play here as Garnett goes to the basket, gets the bump. Little energizer there for Minnesota. It looked like the Lakers were trying to push a lead there. They pushed it to 5. This would cut it to a one-possession game and a 2-point game if he knocks it down. He misses the free throw.
When you ask the question, what do you do? Right now, Phil Jackson made his decision, and now at least he's leaving Shaquille O'Neal in the game. There's no one going up towards the table to report.
He can't get any defensive fouls. He's got to stay away from any kind of defensive foul.
But this is a major gamble as Bryant fires one up.
He got away with throw down on Marv Madsen there, too. Got to be very careful if you're Shaq. Not get frustrated by Madsen now.
8.5 remaining on the 4th. Garnett fouled. He was pushed by Malone.
Karl Malone tries to get that body into him, gets that forearm on him, and then he hopes that his strength is enough to deter Garnett from turning the corner. Garnett does a good job of keeping the dribble alive right there rather than quit on it. He keeps trying to turn the corner, lowers that shoulder, he picks up the foul.
And now Slava Medvedenko will check in, replacing Shaquille O'Neal.
That's a smart substitution because Shaq almost got his sixth on Madsen here on the offensive boards. They both went up, bodies flew out of there, and no foul call. I think Phil Jackson saw it. He says, I better get him out of there.
Well, in particular, coming off a fourth foul picked up late in the first half. Here is Serbiak firing. Now Fisher pushes it down. Fisher accelerates, sets it up for Medvedenko. Beautiful play by Derek Fisher.
Oftentimes, Fisher makes that play and winds up trying to take the shot himself. That time, great decision, giving it up.
77-72 Lakers. They trap Sprewell. Able to get it to Garnett. And another foul on Malone, and a technical foul. Karl Malone upset about that call. Technical foul on Karl Malone.
Wait a minute. There's some confusion here. The officials may have called a second technical foul on Kobe Bryant.
Apparently, they will sort it out over at the official scores table, but a second technical was called, and it appears that it was on Kobe Bryant.
Can't believe it. He's coming over to. He's just outraged and he can't believe the call was made.
And the foul on Malone is number 4.
And Marv, this is how Minnesota got back into the game in the second period, getting to the free throw line.
Lakers now lead 77-74. The next foul on the Lakers puts them over the limit. That's number 4 on Garnett. It has been a wild one here at Staples. 4 apiece on Garnett and Olowokandi. Miller also with 4. For the Lakers, 5 on Shaq, 4 on George and Malone. Bryant with 3.
Going screen roll now. They're going to try to get Malone rolling out or Kobe going to the basket.
Beautiful move by Bryant. Lakers now lead 79-74. Hoiberg gets the pick, does not have the shot. Malone gambled and went down. Serbiak for 3. It took a Laker hop.
Well, that was a big shot. That would have made it 2. And, you know, Marv, just to follow up on that sequence of technical fouls, that's 4 straight games now that Kobe Bryant has picked up a technical foul in this series.
And that is most unusual for Kobe Bryant. Timeout called by the Lakers. 5-point Los Angeles lead, 7:03 remaining in the 4th.
Based on Stephen King's best-selling novel.
I can hear my heart. I can hear your heart, too.
Rob Lowe, Andre Braugher, Donald Sutherland, Salem's Lot, beginning Sunday, June 20th at 8 on TNT.
These low fares to your favorite vacation destinations start at just $49.
You are now free to move about the country.
I have told a ridiculous lie. To back up a friend's ridiculous lie.
I've just ordered a Coors Light for everyone in this bar. Put it on my buddy's tab.
I have used my dog to dry my hands.
I I have no idea what this girl's name is.
I have dated a girl for her brains.
Big.
Huge brains.
Great achievements deserve a great beer. Unleash the Rocky Mountain cold taste of Coors Light.
Financial services. We're looking at only 3 points.
Reduction long-term receivables.
The luxurious Hyundai XG350L. With America's best warranty. It's getting noticed in more ways than one.
Back in Los Angeles, the 2004 Western Conference Finals on TNT have been brought to you by Coors Light. Unleash the Rocky Mountain cold taste of Coors Light. By Hyundai, when your car comes with America's best warranty, you win. Hyundai. By Universal Pictures, The Chronicles of Riddick, in theaters June 11th. And by the new Sprite remix, Very Clear. So it has come down to the last 7 minutes of this fourth quarter. Continuing our celebrity watch, Glenn Fry is here. Leonardo DiCaprio. Music mogul Jimmy Jam. Actors Ed Norton and Andy Garcia. Lakers 79, T-Wolves 74. It is Laker ball as we resume.
Marv, how about turnovers? 15 for Minnesota, 29 Laker points. That is the difference in the game. The pressure and the turnovers have killed Minnesota.
Here is Rush again, having a career night. 5 for 5 from downtown, and the Lakers lead 82-74. Go to Cheryl Miller. Cheryl?
Thanks a lot, Marv. We're out of that last timeout. Flipson is very upset with his team. He said, defensively, look, guys, Shaq's not in the game. Who do you think the Lakers are going to go to? He's not happy with that last three-pointer by Kareem Rush, but he said, offensively, let's continue to push the ball, be aggressive. Sam Cassell screaming at the top of his lungs, guys, you've got to believe.
Well, Kareem Rush has been an unlikely hero. Martin just lost it. Medvedenko took it out of his hands. Lakers have Fisher and Rush in the backcourt. Bryant is up front with Medvedenko and Malone. Backdoor pass for Rush. Sprewell. Rebounded by Fisher.
You know, Kareem Rush, to me, he shades of what Brian Shaw did to Portland in here in the Lakers' first championship. They were down in Game 7, Western Conference Finals against Portland by 13 or 14 in the fourth quarter. He hit 5 threes to change that game. Tonight is Kareem Rush.
Offensive foul. It is on Malone, so that is number 5 on Karl Malone.
Karl Malone getting tangled up with Garnett. Now watch his arms. Continue to watch the arms here. As Malone starts to go out there, he takes the arm of Garnett, wipes it off him. It's a bad foul to pick up.
5 apiece on Malone and O'Neal. Just under 6 minutes remaining on the fourth. Sprewell. Strong move by Latrell Sprewell, who has 25 points.
You don't have Shaquille O'Neal. You have Karl Malone with 5 fouls. Who's going to protect the front of the rim?
Nobody, and they've gone to small ball. Minnesota, they've got their shooters on, and Garnett's playing center, and here comes Shaq, so Phil must have heard you.
6-point Laker lead. They double up on Bryant. Medvedenko from Malone.
That was not an easy shot, by the way, that Medvedenko just made, but thinking ahead one step. When Shaquille comes in, and now I see Madsen at the table, I was just going to say, who does Shaq wind up playing with this group on the floor? But the answer will be Madsen.
Garnett. And a foul against Minnesota as Malone took the shot.
I think what we're going to see here in the last 5 minutes too is I think we're going to see the hack of Shaq off the ball. They're down 8 right now. Shaq is struggling from the line. We see the rebound by Karl Malone and the foul. Let's keep our eye now. They've got Madsen in the game. Will he start fouling Shaq off the ball as soon as they get into the penalty?
Foul on Serbiak with Shaq on the bench. Lakers still managed to outscore the T-Wolves 9-4 thanks to Kareem Rush. Fisher trying to get the step. Sprewell setting up against Bryant. Sprewell. And here comes Fisher with 4.5 remaining. In this fourth quarter, 8-point Laker lead. Rush. Bryant for 3. Garnett able to haul it down. T-Wolves have had their chances. Sprewell with a nice pass. Matson, yes, and the foul. It's on Medvedenko.
Remember what Flip said today? He said if we're within 5 late in the game, I think we have a great chance to win the game because of the foul shooting. Great pass and a terrific finish by Madsen. Not a good free throw shooter, but giving Minnesota some life here, that the free throw line might be the difference as we close out this game.
Yes, Madsen only 48% from the line during the regular season. Making his first appearance at the line tonight. And gets a very friendly roll.
Small things that coaches talk about, like not giving up layups in games. Right there, Madsen should not have been allowed to get his arms up and shoot the ball. Instead of him going to the line for 2, bad shooter, he makes a 3-point play out of it.
84-79 Lakers. Medvedenko being challenged to shoot and scored. Garnett stepped away and said, take the shot.
How about you look at the stats? Right, Rush and Medvedenko, 9 for 10 shooting tonight.
Medvedenko 3 of 3 from the field in this fourth quarter. And the T-Wolves give it right back.
The last game, Doug, those same 2 guys, Rush and Medvedenko, 2 for 6 combined from the floor.
Lakers with a 7-point lead. 3:35 remaining in the fourth. Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. Lakers home to Rapid and head back to the NBA Finals. T-Wolves trying to take it back home. Kareem Rush again from downtown. He is 6 of 6 from three-point land. And a 20-second timeout called by Minnesota. Kareem Rush in his second season out of Missouri, a first-round draft pick of Toronto last year, then traded to the Lakers on draft day, and he is having the biggest day of his professional career.
Doug, wasn't it just a couple games ago that you said the lefty who's made the biggest shots for the Lakers is Derek Fisher? They got a new guy getting ready to take his place soon.
Well, you know what? This all happened during the regular season. Phil Jackson played him a lot in the fourth quarters this year, trying to build the confidence for moments like this when they were going to need his shooting. Payton could not make a shot. George could not make a shot. So he went and substituted. He put Fisher in the game, and he put Kareem Rush, and it has totally changed the outcome with his shooting.
Kareem is pulling a Steve Kerr here tonight.
I'll tell you, this is shades also, too, of Brian Shaw in that Portland, the Western Conference Finals. He hit 5 critical threes when the Lakers were way down in the fourth quarter of that game, and they came back to win, went on to win the championship.
And the Lakers, despite the fact that Shaquille O'Neal had to sit for a while in this fourth quarter, have outscored the T-Wolves 22-11. Fisher took it away from Harburg.
I'm shocked they haven't fouled off the ball. I'm shocked they haven't started fouling Shaq.
There it goes right now. They're doing it right now. There it is. There's the hacky Shaq away from the ball.
Now will Phil take him out of the game. Remember last time we were here, he took him out until under the 2-minute mark, so this couldn't happen.
And at the time, Phil Jackson said, you know, we don't need Shaq there. You see it on the floor to practice his free throws.
What you've got, look, you've got a 10-point lead right now. And you take a look at how many fouls are left for Minnesota, the big guys. They've got some fouls to give here. And here comes Karl Malone in for Shaq, so that can't happen. But this is the fouls they have left. Actually 9 if they want to use it with the big guys. Probably Shaq will be out until under the 2-minute mark because they have a 10-point lead in the ball.
3:06 remaining in the fourth. Lakers using the clock. Now Bryant. Rebounded by Medvedenko, who has come up with big plays.
When you go small, Mike, it's tough to get a rebound.
And Dick Pavelli blowing the whistle. Apparently a timeout has been called with 2:49 remaining in this fourth quarter. Foul was called on Trent Hassel. Lakers up by 10.
I'd like to tell you a little story about my grandparents. They had a refrigerator that they knitted themselves out of yarn. It was small, not very cold, but it taught me a valuable lesson. Not all of us have king-sized refrigerators. And that's why Miller brings you the space-saving fridge pack. It proves once again that Miller is a beer of the people. Plus, it's got this little lip here that keeps the beers from tumbling out.
Choose great beer in great boxes, Miller. Good call.
Hey, LeBron.
Oh, what up, Thirst?
Brother, how about a tour of your new crib?
Oh, come on in. This is my bedroom?
Right. King-size waterbed.
Game room.
Plasma screen, blah, blah, blah.
And this is the kitchen.
Whoa! Oh, no, you didn't. Crisp, clean, ice-cold, lemon, lime, Sprite, always at your fingertips?
Check it out. You crying?
It's just so beautiful. Show him my motto. Can a brother get a minute?
No, it's not. Yes, it is. I've seen it. You've seen it? Yes. You haven't seen it? Yes, I have.
See the world television premiere of Pirates of the Caribbean, only on Starz.
Of course!
Starz has the biggest, hottest hits of the summer. For a limited time, if you're a new Starz customer, you'll get a free prepaid $20 Visa gift card. Order Starz today. Call 1-800-DIRECTV or visit directtv.com.
I will do just about anything to make a catch. Bang into walls, get dirty, dive into gravel. It's a game, you know. We dove, we played in the dirt when we were kids. You play this game with a passion.
MLB Extra Innings from DirecTV has up to 60 games a week. That's right, 60. You gotta see it to believe it.
This weekend, the drama heats up on TNT. Friday at 8, G.I. Jane. Saturday at 8, Crimson Tide. And Sunday at 8, watch Domestic Disturbance. All the drama, all this weekend is on TNT.
Lakers up 89-79, 2:49 remaining, and it's been this guy, Kareem Rush, a 35% three-point shooter during the regular season, 3 for 10 coming into tonight in this series, and now 6 for 6 from behind the three-point line for Kareem Rush. He has 18 points. He is the guy responsible for putting the Lakers ahead.
And Kareem Rush has played through a sprained foot, a chipped tooth. The chipped tooth injury suffered in Game 3 as he got involved in a collision with Latrell Sprewell, and having a sensational ball game. He's done it down the stretch. He's done it when the Lakers have needed it, in particular with Derek Fisher not 100%. Derek, a question mark because of a knee injury tonight.
Well, when you look back at the game, the way it started, Marv, 7 turnovers in the first period. You see Kobe at the line for 13 points for the Lakers. Only 1 turnover in the second quarter. Now when you look at the stat sheet, Minnesota's turned it over 17 times for 32 points. They're minus 22 points off turnovers, and after shooting 22 free throws in the first half, only 5 in the second. Medvedenko leaves with a big hand, 4 of 4 from the floor, 8 points and a couple big rebounds.
And despite all the foul difficulty, Lakers have pulled away to a 90-79 lead. Shaquille O'Neal with 5, Karl Malone with 5. Kobe Bryant has played with 3 most of the way, as Kevin Garnett is able to score 90-81. 2.5 to play in this fourth quarter.
And it's too early to stop playing defense right now for the Lakers. They've got to dig in and get some stops here.
Gonna go that patented screen and roll. Malone slips it. That's Stockton to Malone there on the slip.
That's a hard foul. Latrell Sprewell reaching in. Looked like Malone lost his balance.
And the officials just talking over quickly to see if this is a flagrant foul. But Malone is going one way. As the defender comes by, I think it's just a process of his body going one way, the defender the other. He was hit hard, but I don't think it was a flagrant foul.
You can hear the reaction the crowd as they see the replay up above. They wanted the flagrant call.
Well, what did you think this crowd was going to agree with the call here this evening?
So the Lakers now lead at 91-81.
Well, Karl Malone witnessed the ring ceremony of his daughter the other day for the Detroit Shock. She won a championship last year. He's about 2 minutes and 21 seconds for being back into the finals for the third time. Went twice with Utah. He and John Stockton, Jerry Sloan, and Michael Jordan broke their hearts twice.
Karl Malone able to hang around despite the 5 fouls. 10 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Again, the impressive stat line from Malone. Sprewell rebounded by Malone.
Now you're getting to the point where with 2 minutes coming up, can Shaquille O'Neal re-enter the game once again, not worry about them fouling away?
Well, you might not want him to. Right now, you go with your small lineup, Minnesota small, and just let him watch the rest of the game.
They're on their feet here for the Lakers. Bryant twisting his way, looking for the shot, and he draws the foul. So Bryant will go to the line. That's 5 on Garnett. You know, you look back at this Lakers season, 56-26. They won the Pacific Division, edging Sacramento on the very last day of the season. Beat the Rockets in 5. Lost the first 2 to San Antonio, then win 4 in a row. But there's probably no other valid comparison in terms of turmoil and drama in the history of the NBA. Starts with the signing of the 2 Hall of Famers, Karl Malone, Gary Payton, at that greatly reduced rate. The sexual assault charges against Kobe Bryant, leading to a number of pre-trial hearings. Off the turnover, Lakers take it back, and as it turns out, strong performances by Kobe when he's gone from Colorado. The basketball court had the lashing out earlier in the season between Shaq and Kobe. Phil Jackson's contract situation, all is now on hold. Up and down season. At one point, they lost 9 straight on the road.
9 straight on the road with tied a franchise record. But, you know, we talked about Shaq needing to be the dominant man tonight. Mark, 25 points, 11 rebounds, only 7 of 20 from the free throw line, but he did set a tone in the paint.
Fisher not able to hit. It's picked off by Bryant. So here are the Lakers, despite the tumultuous season, headed to the NBA Finals for the 4th time in 5 years, on their way to knocking off the top seed in the West, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Standing ovation for the Lakers, who also will have some time to rest. Bryant. That was a 3-point attempt, and that would have raised the roof here at Staples. Sprewell for 3. Lakers now lead 93-84.
Well, the Lakers need to shoot the ball one more time, a 6-second differential.
For the Minnesota Timberwolves, it has been a terrific season. They've been without Sam Cassell the last 3 games here in the postseason, but they set a franchise record, 58 wins. In the playoffs, knocked off Denver in 5, beat Sacramento in that dramatic 7-game series. Kevin Garnett, the most valuable player. And they will be eliminated here in LA by the Lakers.
You know, I really thought that Kevin Garnett took a huge step this year, not only being the MVP, but in critical games, the knock has always been on him. He can't come up with a big game scoring-wise or whatever. I saw Game 7, 32 points. He banked that on purpose. That's an old Michael Jordan where he used to close his eyes. He banked that on purpose.
I don't know if the T-Wolves would appreciate that, but Lakers now lead 94-83.
Hey, Herman. What's that?
It's a server.
A server?
An on-demand IBM e-server. It can monitor itself, manage itself, optimize itself, protect itself, practically heal itself.
How'd it get here?
Maybe it ordered itself.
Self-optimizing IBM eServer X series with Intel Xeon processors. Nokia, connecting people.
I don't know. I'm not really worried about next year, but I know if I was a general manager, it would be a certain way. But I'm not the general manager, and I don't get the last say-so, so I have no idea what the team's going to be next year, but I don't worry about next year. I can't think about next year.
If you were the general manager, what would the team be?
I don't believe in ifs.
Okay.
And this world doesn't run on ifs. But if it's a dynasty and it's going so good, then why would you want to break it up? And why would you even talk about breaking it up?
And a look at the Laker free agent situation at the end of this season. Here is Garnett. Hoiberg down to 20 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
Now, if Detroit advances, Lakers have the home court. If it's Indiana, it's Indiana. So this could be a lot of rest for the Lakers and possible home court if Detroit wins tomorrow night at home against Indiana.
There's the free agent we talked about a moment ago. Bryant, it's his option whether he wants to stay or leave. Same with Karl Malone. Major decision, obviously, what the organization will do with Kobe Bryant.
Kevin Garnett fouled out, 22 points, 17 rebounds. He was in the early foul trouble, picked up quick two. Been a magnificent season, though, for Kevin Garnett, most valuable player. Did it in all phases of the game. Lakers have outscored the T-Wolves 27-17 in this fourth quarter.
And just to follow up on Kevin Garnett, I mean, his ability, he took over some huge games in the playoffs. As Marv, I said before, I thought he took a huge step this year in carrying his team in big games, and what a magnificent performance for him and the T-Wolves this season. A great year.
There's Serbiak, down to 13 seconds to go. So for the Lakers now, the magic number will be 4. 4 more wins. And Phil Jackson will have a record 10 NBA coaching titles to break Red Auerbach's record. And 4 more wins would mean a first championship for Karl Malone and Gary Payton. That's why they're here. Lakers will face the winner between Indiana and Detroit. And you mentioned they will have some time off.
Well, you look at Phil's record, amazing. You know, 9 championships, possibly with 10 if they can go on. He asked Karl Malone in that last little scene, do you want to come out? And Malone was smiling. Well-deserved here. This is the glue, the catalyst of their team. When he was injured, they really faltered. And he really kept this team together. Tonight, 10-10, the good defense. But when all was sort of spinning around, this guy brought a lot of wisdom. Shaq called him a big brother. Kobe called him like a dad.
All right, here's Hassel for 3. We're down to 2 seconds. And the Los Angeles Lakers have defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves in 6. They are moving on to the NBA Finals to take on the winner of Indiana and Detroit. The story tonight, when you consider the foul trouble, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Karl Malone, Kareem Rush, 6 for 6 from downtown, a playoff career high, 18 points. Let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, Kareem Rush ready to put on his conference championship hat. With the injuries to Derek Fisher and Devin George, the coaching staff tell you have to be ready to step up tonight?
No, not at all. I'm trying to go out there and play my game and be aggressive. And when the shots were there, take them. And luckily for tonight, they were falling for me.
You have not got a lot of playing time in the playoffs. During practice, the guys on the bench have to play 3-on-3 games. You shine in practice. Your teammates have confidence. What did that do for you? What did your teammates tell you?
Just go out there and have fun. I mean, don't feel any pressure. Go out there and you just play your game. And tonight I did that, and it worked well for me.
The man of the hour, they handled it well.
Thank you.
All right, Kareem Rush in his second season out of Missouri, 6 of 7 overall, 18 points. We'll take a break right here. When we come back, the trophy presentation to the Lakers.
You know, some people don't think what we do is a sport. That's because you can't get hurt doing it. Otherwise, you have that insurance. What insurance? What? Come again? The one that pays you cash. If you're hurt and can't work. Which one?
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
There are those born to be champions.
Here at Globo Gym, we're better than you, and we know it.
And then there are these guys.
You've got to make $50,000 so your gym comes my gym.
We could play dodgeball.
On June 18th,
I love you, Joni loves Chachi.
losers take all.
You're a lot dumber than I thought you were.
I don't think I'm a lot dumber than you think that I thought I once was.
Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
What?
Rated PG-13. June 18th only in theaters.
Where will you be when your diarrhea comes back? You should have taken Imodium the first time. It stops diarrhea, often in just one dose. Imodium AD. Don't wait till it's too late.
And that's halftime. You know, on a more personal note, I think we'd all like to spend more time with our kids.
He promised he wouldn't.
Sit down over a nice meal together.
He's right.
My favorite place is Wendy's. Junior bacon cheeseburgers, side salad, chicken nuggets. They're 99 cents each, so lunch doesn't cost much, and it's nice after the game.
Are you with Wendy's?
Oh, unofficially.
The 99-cent super value menu at Wendy's. It's better here.
Well, hi, honey. I'm almost done.
And our pickup window's open till midnight or later.
And we welcome you back to Staples Center here on TNT, where tonight the Los Angeles Lakers have advanced once again to the Western Conference, or to the NBA Finals, by winning the Western Conference. And here to present the hardware, we have the senior Vice President of Basketball Operations for the NBA, Stu Jackson, and the Lakers General Manager, Mitch Kupchak.
Thank you, Ernie. First, congratulations to the Minnesota Timberwolves for a great season. But it's the Lakers that once again are heading to the finals. Congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers, the 2004 Western Conference champions.
General Manager Mitch Kupchak, put this one into words as you return to the NBA Finals.
Well, Ernie, I'd like to congratulate the Minnesota Timberwolves. You know, the best record in the West. Certainly, if not for an injury or two, it might have been a little different story. On behalf of the Buss family, the city of Los Angeles, the organization of Los Angeles Lakers, we'd like to accept this trophy. The one we really want, though, is the gold one in about 10 days. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mitch. Kobe Bryant. They say that closing out a series is the toughest thing. This was tough for a number of reasons tonight. The foul trouble and the fight that Minnesota gave you. Characterize your victory here in Game 6.
No, it was a hard-fought win, and you know, we had a lot of character. And you know, our bench stepped up and played huge, man. I think everybody needs to give a round of applause to Kareem Rush, because he shot the hell out of the ball.
How would you characterize this team as you head to the finals? You've been there before with other teams, but how would you characterize this one?
Kobe. You know, it's been a long season. We fought hard through the ups and downs, and you know, we find ourselves back to where we want to be, and that's having a chance to win a fourth title. And you know, now we just have to go get it.
They will face either the Indiana Pacers or the Detroit Pistons. Is there any kind of a preference, or is it strictly a home court thing?
Don't matter. Bring it on.
The Lakers advancing to the NBA Finals again. Let's go back to Marv. Marv. All right, thanks, Ernie. And you know, the decibel level tonight was about as high as we have heard it here at Staples. I thought it was pretty deafening during the San Antonio Lakers series, but of course they were upset about the officiating of the first half, and that got people going.
Well, also, too, Marv, they were a little nervous. Minnesota was up 1 at the end of the third quarter, and it wasn't for the electric shooting of Kareem Rush and Medvedenko off the bench, they would have been in serious trouble tonight and maybe have been looking at a Game 7.
All right, Czar, looking ahead to the NBA Finals. Detroit and Indiana still have to settle their series, so the Lakers will have several days of rest. The NBA Finals will not begin until Sunday, June the 6th.
Well, as you can tell in this series, this is a very fragile Laker team. These days off in between, when they have to play with only 1 day's rest, I think it was Shaq's numbers that on 1 day's rest, he averaged 16.3 points per game. With more than 1 day's rest, he averages over 23 points per game. So with just playing every other day almost, except for 2 instances there, and this is not a deep Laker team. An injury here, lack of productivity from the bench. Both teams from the East are deep basketball teams.
Doug, who do you think would be tougher for the Lakers to face in the finals?
Well, I think with Indiana's injuries, Detroit would pose some problems. Simply, you got the big front line of Detroit. You talk about the 2 Wallaces. You talk about Eldon Campbell off the bench. Okur, they have some size. Rip Hamilton is playing terrific basketball. So right now, I think with Indiana's injuries, Detroit would pose the biggest problem.
Guys, it's been a great run. We've certainly enjoyed it. I'm talking to Doug directly, actually.
Well, thanks for letting me join you, too. I know I was not with you this year, but thanks for letting me parachute in and be a part of you guys.
Well, we got a great group that we work with. Thanks to all the guys in the truck, all the people that make the things happen at TNT, and thank both of you. It's a great year.
All right, thanks to our producer, Scooter Vertino, and our director, Renardo Lowe, and the rest of the crew, our statistician, Brian Taylor. The best Alan Dock as they take you through the NBA Finals on ABC. So Latrell Sprewell with 27, Kevin Garnett with 22 to lead Minnesota. Their season has concluded, while the Lakers, sparked by Kareem Rush, 6 of 6 from downtown. Shaquille O'Neal finished with 25, and Kobe Bryant with 20. Marv Albert, Doug Collins, the Czar, Mike Fratello, Craig Sager, Cheryl Miller saying so long from Staples. Stay tuned for Ernie and the Boys.